as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuley.
And my son, chairman and CEO of Easy Way Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuley. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners. Let's try it again. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our Easy Way family. You know who you are. You're all over the world. And to our superstar host of the show, Eric Easy Zuley. Eric, I give you a lot of credit for keeping up with everything because it's a challenge, you know, and it's changing so rapidly. I'm not going to go into it all, but it's changing so rapidly. And now I'm hearing that there's a new form of AI coming out. It's supposed to be coming out in 2035, they said. And then Elon Musk said, no, this is very advanced. They said, no, it'll be out by December. And so we're going to have a special show on that to see what's going on here, because I've always said we got a bull by the horn with this AI. It's going to be very beneficial, but I don't know. We got to keep track or what. But the Easy Way is rock and roll. We keep up with the current news, with the current tech, and there's so much tech today. Is it beneficial? Yeah, it's very beneficial. Times are changing. Shopping centers are closing down because everybody's ordering online now. I went through that. It's an easy process. You don't have to go anywhere. You got you remember the payphones a long time ago. You'll never get rid of payphones. Everybody, and look what happened. They're gone. And look at our movie theaters. I love those movie theaters when you go in and you get a choice of like 7 to 10 theaters in one building. Plus downstairs, a lot of them have this game centers and everything, a lot of entertainment. And yet you go to some of these, not just through the week, but on the weekend, and you don't see the big crowds anymore. So they see a lot of these, like Eric said, the brick and mortar to click and order. It's very expensive to run this stuff. It's very expensive to run these shopping centers and to run the late night talk shows they talk about. And there could be a change in that category. And these, the programming and like we were talking about the centers. I mean, we had one out here in Laguna Hills that store by store, they started closing down, and now the whole shopping center is gone, and it was nice. I mean, it was, right, Eric? The Laguna Hills, that was beautiful. Hi, Eric. Good morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Dad. Good morning.
I'm just touching base with the people saying that the AI and the way things are changing, but there's always two sides, I mean, yes, a lot of stuff is changing and takes jobs, but there's always new jobs that come up from it,
AI is making a lot of headway and a lot of change, and it's getting more user friendly and simpler for everybody to just basically not think for themselves anymore, and AI is kind of doing it now. By the way, if you guys are new to the show, Easy Way Family, you see it just came up on the screen there. You can follow us on Instagram at Easy Way Family. If you want to join the movement, you want to join the Gold for God movement. We do gold carpets, not red carpets. And if you want to get interactive, you can like, comment, and share. Use the hashtag Easy Way Family. And as always, we give a special gift to those that text 888-346-9849 to the word Easy Way. So you text Easy Way to that phone number, you'll get a special gift. You'll be updated, and you'll get the text updates of the things that we have going on. Now, what do we do? What do we do here at Easy Way Network? We help to get your business to shine online better on a mainstream level as well as online. We have 100 million downloads, a major, massive distribution with television, and we have a magazine and a newspaper. And really, what we're doing, we're building. Dad, I'm like super ecstatic and excited about Easy Way News.
Oh yeah.
Because Easy Way News, I mean, this is brought to you by Better Vision for Children, bvccharity.org. If you want to make donations, you can download the Easy Way interactive app to get to Easy Way News or get to easyway.tv. But honestly, Easy Way News is truly just the best way possible to know about anything EasyWay and to get your business out there. EasyWay News EasyWay News with EasyWay Network has 12 million visitors and impressions and people that are coming to it now and growing. And people are going like, wow, I searched my name and I saw EasyWay News. Yeah, because this is like super highly ranked, guys. Like, we are investing a lot of time, efforts, and money and team into getting you guys ranked and picked up on the top of the search engines. So your message and your story and your business, your brand gets out there. And that is the ultimate platform. And 12,000 members are going to EasyWay News and seeing what we're doing, what we're about, and what we have going on, and what our members have going on. You know, that's the key thing, is when you get onto EasyWay, we take care of the members. We are taking care of our members more and more and more and more starting to happening. And now we're just making it that much easier to build that membership awareness. And when you become a platinum member of EasyWay Network, just like you see these members being promoted right here, you're going to be promoted to the masses, to thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not into the millions of what's happening within the EasyWay Network. And we're growing every day. More and more people are coming in to EasyWay News. And, you know, we have multiple different channels. And in fact, our guest today, Marc Beilin, which is the owner of OnTheMarcTV. We're going to hear more about EasyWay TV and him being a platinum member and what his story is and what he's got going on. But just wanted to kind of show you guys the EasyWay.
And you know, Eric, speaking about EasyWay News, right as you were talking, news just popped up from one of our one of the EasyWay members, Ellery Steinman, posts something. There was a major accident around Van Nuys. He said a very, very serious accident, and you could probably go online and check that out. But it's the constant flow of updated news and events going on.
It really is. And thank you to all the people that are watching live right now. Dr. Subhash Kumar Shamar, so glad that you're tuning in. Whether you guys are tuning in from LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and share, interact. And we're also live on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and our app. If you're on our app, you can be watching live on everything that we do. We have a social network app, and we always are going live. It's very simple to watch our broadcast. But hey, Dad, let's go to a commercial break, and then I know you have some hot topics and things to discuss. And then we have our very special guests. And guys, you're going to learn a lot on how to promote yourself with television. You're going to learn a lot on how to self-promote yourself with this guest. So you don't want to go anywhere. We're on EasyWay Network, powered by EasyWay Network. Radio Boomers Live. We'll be right back.
EasyWay Interactive. Start connecting the EasyWay. Are you ready to connect like never before? Introducing the EasyWay Interactive app, your ultimate social solutions network. Whether you're looking to network, collaborate, or simply share ideas, EasyWay makes it easy to engage with like-minded individuals and organizations. Discover innovative solutions, join exciting discussions, and expand your horizon, all in one powerful platform. Don't miss out on the future of social networking. Download EasyWay Interactive now and unlock endless possibilities.
All right, well, when you hear the background noise, that means it's hot topic time. And my hot topic is real simple. The hot topic of the Radio Boomers Live time is, can you hear me? Let me turn the music off.
I got you.
So let me do my hot topic first, Dad, and then we'll go into yours. Then we'll go into our guests. So, guys, we have a new app that we've been working on behind the scenes, which is kind of like a Netflix meets a TikTok meets Google AdSense. It's a way for you to get paid within the EasyWay and post content. And it's in conjunction with the social network that we have. The other hot topic is we're getting ready to accept in-app purchases with EasyWay Interactive with our app, which means you guys will be able to sell your products and services, your stuff. You guys will be able to buy from our store, get the EasyWay hats, get the merchandise, and it's going to be a game changer once that's released in the next seven days or so. And the VIP pitch party. The VIP pitch party is coming up. The VIP pitch party is our hottest and best stage that exists, and it's a way for you to network with the high profile members that we have, as well as pitch your offer or service. And of course, better vision for children is always the hot topic. You want to donate to Better Vision for Children, bvccharity.org, and support that nonprofit, support what we do with eye prevention, early detection. It's all about early detection when it comes to these kids and youth and teens and what we're doing. So a lot of other great stuff. Shout outs to iVod, the easy way, which is the biggest hot topic, the big distribution that we're doing. You guys will be learn a little bit more about that when we bring our guest on. And ultimately, guys, if you want to get out to the masses, 100 million downloads, that app is all you got to do. So you want to download Easy Way Interactive, letter E, letter Z, and get on board, get in and get involved with the family. The invite code is available if you email us at easywaypromotions@gmail.com, because we're very selective. We're a very invite only network. But definitely make sure you check out the app. Dad, what's your hot topic?
Well, I want to share with some of the, I would say, younger people out there.
Hey, Dr. Eastman, good to see you.
Yeah, there he is. The importance of, locking something in when you're younger, younger being 30, 40, 50 years old, as far as real estate. Because I talked to a lot of people, and like when I was in the hospital, I'd talk to the nurses. We were talking about, the areas and real estate and say, do you have property? And most of them said no, they didn't have the credit or the down payment and so on. And yet they made pretty good money. We're going to have a special on, Eric, how to do that. How to buy property with little down, asset-based lending, or whatever. I'm losing my voice there a little bit. There's all kinds of ways that you can buy properties.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, no.
You can assume loans. We're going to go into that. Asset-based lending, as I said, there's businesses you can buy by borrowing on the business before you buy it.
Well, WealthXO, which is one of our sponsors, does money on your money, and I know the one of the viewers watching right now, Dr. Eastman, also does trading. He's one of the top 2 traders, rumored to be in the world. And there's a lot of members that go into a lot of that stuff, and that's the beauty of being part of the membership, being a part of the network, is you meet these experts that can help you go down those lanes. We're going to go to commercial break, one more commercial, and then we're going to bring in our special guest. And the reason we're going to go to this commercial break, this is actually a commercial on the television that we do collectively as affiliates and collaborators on a major television network with major distribution. And one of the partners on this whole streaming distribution, iVod EasyWay, is a distribution company that we're building on a massive level to 100 million downloads and 400 million homes and mobile phones. This will give you a little more insight, and then we're going to bring on Marc Beilin to tell you a little bit more. We'll be right back.
EasyWay TV is more than just a streaming platform. It's an interactive media experience built for entrepreneurs, influencers, and entertainment lovers worldwide. Broadcasting exclusive shows, movies, interviews, events, and entrepreneur. EasyWay TV brings visibility and opportunity together in one powerful network. What makes us different is our interactivity. You don't just watch. You can connect with the people on screen through our app and community. Through collaborations with over 10 major OTT and streaming networks, including Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, iTube 247, Faith Channel, Country Box, OnTheMarcTV, Fan TV Global, Laugh Out Loud TV, iVod the Easy Way, Bill Duke TV, Nonprofit TV, EKTV, Expansion TV, The Women's Channel, Trailblazers TV, and the new EasyWay Family TV channel. Finally, EasyWay Network members can enjoy their own collective community TV channel that showcases EasyWay family content submissions, events, interviews, and so much more. EasyWay TV content now reaches over 400 million homes and mobile devices. From red carpets to reality series, business shows to lifestyle programming, EasyWay TV is the home for content that inspires, entertains, and builds influence. EasyWay Network also gives back to Better Vision for Children. Want to be on EasyWay TV? Download the EasyWay TV app and call 1-877-739-92929 or scan the QR code.
Yeah, make sure you guys scan the QR code. And Dad, we don't see you, so there we go. Now you're back. Without further ado, let's bring on Marc Beilin, CEO and founder of OnTheMarcTV.
Marc is the man today. Marc, you're always, look at that. What are you?
You're always rocking the brands. OnTheMarcTV, the easy way with the Easy Way family. I'm loving the big smile on the face as you're holding that up there, Marc.
Hashtag family. Hashtag family. Hashtag OnTheMarcTV.
Marc, I don't know what has been going on in your life in the last 5-10 years, but all I know is I'm glad you're with us. And you're a rocker and a roller. I mean, you don't sit around. You just you're always you're kind of taking advantage of the new era, right? I mean, a lot of people don't, and you know how to resource that and stay on top of it. And we're glad you plugged into us.
Well, I did it with a bunch of crap for a couple of years where people, I got to be pretty good at it when I was dealing with a bunch of crap for a couple of years with people that really made believe they knew what they were doing. And when I first got into this, when I first bought my channel, 3 years ago, I was thinking that old school, montage where, you buy this, you buy that, you buy this, that old, Ted Turner, Vince McMahon kind of thing where you buy content and then you put it out on television. And I learned that I didn't have to do that because of COVID, everybody had content. So everybody was creating content for me and all I had to do was give them a platform and they would just give me their content. So it made it a lot easier. And then luckily I got to, connect with people like Eric and yourself and so many others in the Easy Way family. And of course, Maureen Cooper, my godsend, and, the godmother of streaming television and, my Lord and Savior in television, Eric Zuley, which he loves when I say that because it's God's will that we're all together, because God actually brought us together. So I can't say enough about my Easy Way family. I mean, luckily I got to spend a couple of weeks with them in California recently, and I had the time of my life. I mean, you guys are all just beautiful people.
Well,
that's what it's all about, Marc. I mean, there's a lot of, I remember somebody came up to me at one of the events and they said, they're looking around. And I say, what's up? And he says, I've been to a lot of events. And there's just something about your son's events. They're just good people, He said, this is nice, And that's what it's all about, having a good group around that you can contact with and share,
I appreciate you guys talking about how awesome I am, and I love hearing it. I'm sure the audience loves hearing it. But Marc, I want to get into and thank you for the kind words, guys.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
I want to get into you though. I want to, and you'll notice too, guys. You're going to see his link. You see his link across the screen there. If you want to get in touch with Marc, his link is how you can reach out to him on Easy Way Interactive. And then on the right side, there's actually a scan code. You can take your phone out right now, and you can scan that code. And it'll take you right into his affiliate and getting involved with Easy Way Network from his scan code there. And then also too, if you actually go to that link that's there below, it'll take you into this profile, right? So like everything that we do with Marc, everything we're helping Marc with, everything he does is all condensed into this profile. And then everything that you're doing as far as updates, you use the app a lot, Marc, is all right here. So I just wanted the audience to understand that if you want to get in touch with Marc, if you want to get involved with Marc, you can go right to his profile, which will be right there available at the bottom of the screen there. But Marc, tell us your story, man. I mean, who is Marc Beilin? Why did you get into television? Why are you doing what you're doing?
Well, I mean, it's almost a natural thing. I mean, I'm a Jewish kid from New Jersey who owns a television network. I mean, if you look at the legacy of the tribe, I mean, think about it. Steven Spielberg, Norman Lear, Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David. I mean, the legacy of Jewish people, Mel Brooks, the legacy, Carl Reiner, the legacy of Jewish people in television network is long and deep. I mean, as long as Hollywood's been around, the tribe has been part of it. So I grew up as a TV holic. I was a latchkey kid. Both my parents worked. I was raised in New Jersey, and I was babysitted by the television. As soon as I got first thing in the morning, TV on. Saturday mornings, TV on. As soon as I got home from school, TV on. Because that was my babysitter. And that's how I educated myself. So I learned a lot through television because, in truth, television is a lot of fantasy, but there's also a lot of truth behind that fantasy. And it teaches you a lot of things that go on and just the way it is. So there's always those, subliminal messages in Disney movies and even from kids' cartoons all the way up to the hardcore stuff on cable. There's always a message. And I've always listened to those messages and lived my life by that.
Tell Mark, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. That was about it. You'd reach out, turn the knob, turn the channels. What a difference today, huh? When you got like unlimited.
Well, the best part was I used to sit on a. I used to let your parents told you your eyes are going to go bad if you watch TV too close, which is a lie because I have perfect vision. But and I remember turning the channels with my 25-inch Magnavox with my feet, because there was only X amount of channels. There was 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Yeah. You're right. And I used to watch wrestling on Channel 47, though, but Gordon Zuley from Florida. I watch Channel 47. So what I'm saying is, TV. It always has been my life. I mean, people keep saying, "Oh, Mark, why are you in television?" Because I know television. I don't know a lot of things about a lot of things, but one thing I do know is television.
And there's a lot more to television than people think. I mean, you could travel to the Antarctic on television. You could go places that, God bless them, but I really don't want to go into the crevices in the Antarctic and research all that kind of stuff. Somebody falls down and gets stuck in there. I'll watch it from the living room. And then you learn, World War I, World War II. They even go back to the Greeks and they duplicate all the wars. It's amazing how they do it. It looks real.
Well, we learned a lot. I mean, basically, if me and your dad's a little bit older than me by 10 years, but the same generation. But I learned all my education through Funk and Wagnalls and encyclopedias that my father, Encyclopedia Britannica and Funk and Wagnalls. That's how I did my homework. The kids today, I mean, I got a 24 and a 26-year-old don't even know what a dictionary or an encyclopedia even looks like. So everything's Wikipedia and stuff like that. So this generation, when I ask them simple questions, I mean, I love them. My kids, I love them. But the simplest questions they can't answer unless they Google it. And to tell you the truth, I've kind of dumbed myself down because now I don't even have to look things up anymore. I just Google it. So
Google it, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and so those words, so Google has become a part of our every day, and YouTube and LinkedIn, and LinkedIn's my Bible. I mean, I used to read the classified pages to try to go get a job, and now it's just Indeed. So I mean, life is simpler, but it's also made us a little lazy.
And Mark, I want to ask you your day to day, right? Your business day to day, because you're really good with Chat GPT and AI, and you create logos and graphics and video and stuff for your own business, and your business really is on the Marc TV. And I'm going to have the engineer share the screen real quick and click on the Marc TV and actually show on the Marc TV here on EasyWay TV, so people can get more an idea of on the Marc TV, and they're able to watch it as scheduled television. You have a lot of programming on the Marc TV distributed by iVod EasyWay. But talk a little bit about your day to day and give some advice on how you're self-promoting and how you're flourishing your business through AI so well.
Hey, Mark, I didn't catch that, but was that you on the skateboard?
No, sir. No, sir. No. Skateboards have a weight limit, and none of them would fit me. No. The wheels aren't strong enough. No. It's not about content. It's about programming. It's about my day. I'm married. I've been married to a nurse for close to 20 years now, and so my day starts a little bit. I wake. My clock goes off at 4:30 in the morning. Get my wife out of bed around 5 a.m. and that's when my day starts. I start clicking on the phone at 5 a.m. I start posting at 5 a.m. The first thing I do every single morning is literally I go on Facebook and LinkedIn. I wish everybody a happy birthday that's on my list, because I think every day if it's your birthday, somebody needs to wish you a happy birthday, because it's very sad if they don't.
I believe that. Yeah.
And so every day I get on my Facebook and LinkedIn, the first thing I do is wish everybody a happy birthday before I even check my emails. And then it's the emails, and then I hit my social media, and then I start clicking and downloading and stuff. And like this week, of course, I'm promoting the heck out of the pitch party. Of course, that's this Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. Live from EasyWay, and Eric Zuley, our amazing host. And so that'll be. I've been promoting the heck out of that for the last week, and so everybody wants to be part of that. So if you want to be part of the EasyWay pitch party, use my link, EasyWay affiliates, and find me and download be on pitch party this Thursday 3 to 5 p.m. And so that I do that a lot, and of course, and then I promote myself and my but I spend a lot of time promoting my friends and family. I feel that, some people that there's a lot of people that do a lot of work for me and help me a lot. So I realize they're busier doing that. So I promote my friend Anthony Cirilli from Nonprofit TV and Maureen Cooper, my godmother and from streaming television, and Eric's, of course, and everything he's doing at Dante. And now I'm promoting a lot with Andy and Monet and Ebony Baker and Clint Stedman and Omar Periu. And, when you meet great people, how do you support them? I mean, I'm not next to them to shake their hands. I'm not next to them to buy them breakfast, so what do? I just go on social media and promote them. And I try to make their lives a little bit easier and talk about them because they're important to me.
Well, Mark, it's funny. I'm a big birthday person too. I mean, if I find out the lady at the grocery store's birthday, I'll make sure that something happens in the store. But, you mentioned Andy Monet. The last event we had, Andy some of the people come out from a distance, So I didn't know this. I'm hanging out with her and her son, and I found out it was her birthday. So I said, well, what? So we took them down to Dana Point Harbor, went to the Wind and Sea, had the lady come out with the little cake, and had a birthday celebration back there. I love that. But
we also had a lot of ice cream at BJ's.
There's a couple people that
we had a lot of
right
pizza.
now.
We had a lot of ice cream cookies at BJ's.
There's a couple people that are watching right now asking how to get a hold of you, Mark. And guys, we have a big QR scan on the screen. And if you scan this QR code, this goes directly to Mark's profile, and you can get a hold of Mark. So thank you. So glad that people are interested in getting connected with you.
You know what I find amazing about those QR codes? Not to cut you off. You know what I find amazing about those QR codes? Years ago, we looked at those things and to prove we weren't crazy. The psychiatrists used to give things like that to us, and we used to say, "Oh, it looks like a mouse wanting cheese." And now they're our lives. Isn't that scary? But back in the day, we had to prove we weren't crazy by looking at blotter inks like that. And now they're our entire lives. QR codes. Who knew psychiatrists invented them?
Wait, but you also gotta know how to use. You also got to know how to use a QR scan.
Oh, you're so young. That's a joke, Eric. It's all a joke. I'm just kidding.
This is a show about it's entertainment and edutainment.
Yes, sir.
Show. And so when I hear certain topics, I like to go off of that. So those of you guys that are watching, if you're not using QR codes, you should watch in the manner
100%.
how we're using these 100%. QR codes on the show. And you want to use them as much as possible. You'll notice there's a QR code on the bottom right here on my thing, and then you'll see it pop up every now and then. But really, if you want to promote, especially on television, and I want to go into this, Mark, because I want you to talk about On the Mark TV, what is On the Mark TV, and go into television. But if you're not using QR scans and QR codes on television or on your mobile device or on your Instagram or whatever, then you're missing out on a lot of data capture.
Oh yeah,
and we actually built our own QR code maker to be able to capture the data, and it's a very unique, custom situation. But Mark, talk a little bit about On the Mark TV and what is that specifically, and why would people want to subscribe and watch it?
Well, I luckily I have the best program in the world that has like 25 years of content to support me, Maureen Cooper. So that makes makes my job a lot easier. Like this inline skating, she gave that to me. I have India Waves, which is Bollywood. She gave that to me. I have movies on there. She gave that to me. I have In Living Color. She gave that to me. She's given me program that she knows over the many, many years of doing what she does. It's what people want to advertise on. So if you don't have the right content, the advertisers aren't going to spend a dime. On the Mark TV is a little bit different. See, I'm an entrepreneur. So I promote entrepreneur television. Okay. So I have the entertainment. I have the ice skating. I have midget wrestling. I have Little Mania Midget Wrestling All-Stars, which is incredible. Shout out to Lenny Pinaro. Send out to Jay Pinaro. Shout out to my Little Mania Midget Wrestling family. I love them dearly. Just to let them know, I mean, all the guys there are incredible and have supported me since day one. Since I met them in April, they've just been giving me tons and tons of videos and content to make myself special because I'm a huge, massive wrestling fan. But what I do for entrepreneurs, like people like The Great Discovery and Joe Beck and what's it called? Goalizer.com. What I do for them is they give me shows, all right? And it's only like a few $100s to get on my channel and put your show on my channel. And if you're an Easy Way member, it's only $100. And you can give me 4 30-minute shows to broadcast to 500 million people or more. But the most important thing I do is I do what they call a global affiliate link. And that's where if you have a product, something to sell, something that like an Easy Way hat or something like that, then you could put a global affiliate link and it starts at about 10%. So think about it. Every time someone clicks on that famous QR code that Eric's talking about and promoting, I get 10, you get 90. And all you have to do is create that QR code for me and a little, a link, and we both make money. But but my thing is, I want you to make more money because it's your product. I'm just helping you reach more people. I want you to reach that 500 million people. And with Whale TV, that is now on 400 brands of televisions, you're talking about we'll be over 750 million people because Whale TV is going to the United States. We just dropped our logos on there, and we'll be on Whale TV in over 750 million homes and phones. Plus, I'm on Easy Way TV, of course. I'm on Nonprofit TV, of course. I'm on Limex TV. I'm on Amazon Fire. I'm on Apple TV. All you got to do is I'm on ivodtv.org. If you just type in ivodtv.org, I'm on your phone. Just like Eric is. So me, Eric, and Winnie. I know Winnie's Maureen and beautiful granddaughter and Priscilla's daughter is on there, and it's Nonprofit TV is on there. So we have our own little special network, which is iVod Easy Way. So we got rid of the, and it's now just iVod Easy Way. So no more the. Okay,
Yeah,
so just iVod Easy Way. Just let you know.
Basically, iVod Easy Way is
Right.
the distribution company that controls, masters, and powers all of what you just heard, all of the relationships that give us that massive reach for content to go out there. I love how we got some people watching, and Dr. Eastman said that I need a global affiliate link, so he's listening.
I got you, brother. I got you. And
shout out to Go Time Apparel as well. Go Time Apparel is one of our sponsors. That's another thing I want to get into, Mark. Not to interrupt you.
No.
So
Please
Go Time Apparel is one of our sponsors, guys, and one of your sponsors now that we turned you on to as a member. Mark, I wanted you to talk a little bit about how you advertise other businesses. Use them as an example.
Now, Ruben Delgado is a good man, a really good man. Him and his wife started a company called It's Go Time. That's G4Os, baby. That's O Go Time. And Ruben's new at this. Ruben is a man with heart. He has the story. He used to weigh about 500 pounds. He lost a ton of weight. And he came up with this company called It's Go Time. And he asked me to help him. He goes, Mark, I don't know my social media that well. I don't know how to promote it that well. And I go, no problem, brother. I got you. So Eric calls me the Yoda of ChatGPT and Gemini Google. And I came up with these, Eric came up with the logo. And I just came up with the advertising and using him and his wife as, the spokespeople. And I came up with these amazing flyers that we post on Facebook and LinkedIn and social media. And together we're just, killing it. And now we're looking for celebrities, influencers, people that want to wear the shirt. And, and the best part is Ruben's offering a commission. So if you wear the shirt and people buy the shirt, you'll get your own QR code in that case and get a percentage commission from Ruben. So he's definitely a person that's trying to promote his business. So if you're an influencer, you're somebody that's a sports star and you want to promote It's Go Time, then please reach out to us at my number, 480-395-5754, or Ruben Delgado or Eric Zuley, and we'll get you connected with that. And you can promote a great company and a great cause. And I knowing Ruben, I guarantee he's a give back guy, just like Eric and myself. And with me being a veteran and James being a veteran, we'll give back to veterans, nonprofits that we support big time. So reach out to us and become an influencer and wear the T-shirt, wear the brand.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the way to rock it, Mark. And if you don't have people like you that do this kind of stuff, a lot of these great causes don't get seen. They just sit on the shelf. So many people have database or whatever you call it, content that sits there, and it could be really resource, a lifetime of interesting photos, videos, whatever. And what you're doing and what Eric's doing, it could get that out there and they're leaving a legacy, right?
Well, I completely agree with you. And then, what the funny thing is, we call them contact lists, but we used to call them Rolodexes. And it's the same thing. It's nothing. But I got to tell you a story real fast, because what happens is this. I first started being this entrepreneur. When I first started this a few years ago, people told me, oh, Mark, you got to get your numbers up. You got to get your social media up. You got to have this many, that many. And what I did? I stacked people like I was stacking pancakes, literally. I stacked them and stacked them and stacked them. And you know what? All I did was stack people. And I had a bunch of names, and guess what? I didn't even know half of them. You know, I ran into him. I said hello to him. You know, here's my little, you know, my little digital thing and digital this and digital that. And here's my business card. And all I did was stack people. And now I don't stack people anymore. I just work with the right people. And the right people are James Zuley, Eric Zuley, Andy Monet, you know, all the people in the Easy Way family, DC Eastman, you know, the DC Project, you know, Omar Periu, you know, people like that, Kate Linder, Bill Duke, I mean, Henry Tillman. I mean, could you believe I was hanging out and taking pictures with the Bishop Don Juan? Now, I love Snoop Dogg, and the man used to stand on stage with his G cup, and that's what they call black elegance. That's the Bishop Don Juan. And I was getting my doctorate with that man a week and a half ago. You know why? Because of Eric Zuley. You know, I mean, think about that for a minute. I'm getting an honorary doctorate with the Bishop Don Juan. You know, I mean, the absolute man. And like, you know, green is money, gold for the honey, you know, and I love that guy, you know.
It's interesting because you go back and you see somebody, you're talking about wrestling. I go back in boxing to the 50s, and I saw a lot of and here we are hanging out and talking to and having lunch with the people that we used to see making a world, you know, getting a world championship boxing award back in '65 or something.
Yeah, and I mean, MMA is the boxing is still amazing. I watched that match a couple of weeks ago that was all over Netflix, and you know, I mean, boxing is I still love it. It's some of it's lost. It's a little bit of flavor. It's not what it was, you know, back when, of course, during the heydays of Ali and Frazier and Spinks and even Duran and Hagler and guys like that, and guys like Henry Tillman and Evander Holyfield. Oh my God, I have Evander Holyfield. I have Evander Holyfield on my network. Evander Holyfield. I was just watching him. The Real Deal is on the Mark TV. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, people we see in films, and we're hanging out like we're hanging out with. Well, geez, we had Sam out there with the Angels over Africa, East Africa, and we had. Do you remember?
Thriller Manila.
Yeah, the Thriller Manila, and then we had Peter Fonda there, and there was Roddy Ryder Piper. Remember?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
He was, you know what? He was
Macho Man Randy, and you know, you know, I'm a big wrestling fan. So people like Roddy Piper and Macho Man Randy Savage, and who have passed away, and Andre the Giant, but like one of my biggest heroes, and I thought the guy that actually changed wrestling and just changed the whole game was Hulk Hogan. You know, and and Maureen Cooper blessed me with remembering Hulk Hogan on my channel, and it made me cry. I mean, seriously. I mean, having Hulk Hogan, even though he's gone, and even though his love, even though he made some mistakes, so God bless him, the man changed the whole game. He changed entertainment. He didn't just change wrestling. He changed entertainment because he brought Cyndi Lauper in. He brought Mr. T in. He brought Roddy Piper into television. He brought the wrestlers are now on TV, movies. I mean, just recently, John Cena was on a huge movie, The Naked Gun. I mean, think about Roman Reigns is on television. Well, look at The Rock. Oh my God. Yeah. John Cena. I mean, oh my God. These are massive. I mean, The Peacemaker. I mean, these are massive movie stars now. Yeah. And, you know, back then, you know, most people didn't even know them because they were only in high schools. And now they're just, you know, massive superstars. So Hulk Hogan really changed the game.
Another cool guy was that Piper because did you see him in the movie Them? The sci-fi
no, it's called They Lived. It's called They Lived.
They Lived. Yeah, he was.
Well, They Lived. It was the aliens the aliens were living amongst us, and I still believe there's aliens.
Glasses, yeah.
But to tell you the truth, I really believe there's aliens still living amongst us. Like, you know, as of today, I met some people that I thought were aliens.
Have you ever met Mariel Toombs' daughter? She's really nice.
Yes.
And, yeah, we were hanging out, and he was just a cool guy. And he hurt his neck, you know. But you know, here you are, and you mentioned another boxer. Eric and I go back to the ABC Youth Foundation. Eric, who is his name?
Billy Moore, Archie Moore's son.
You know, and Archie fought Rocky. You know.
So let me just acknowledge real quick because we don't have a whole lot more time. The people that are tuning in, and I see a lot of new people have tuned in. Thank you so much. Thank you to
what were the Mr. Days?
Dr. Eastman. Thank you to Ruben with Go Time Apparel. Thank you to Ebony Baker and a couple of people. I wanted to just acknowledge, the graduation that recently happened. And if you guys aren't aware, we actually have a kind of like a Getty Images, it's a photo agency that we cover different events. And I just wanted to kind of showcase a lot of the images that we've put up with the Easy Way Images covers, cover with the DBU University, as well as Vision International University and Easy Way Network. The event was at the Vocal Laguna Hills Hotel. And congratulations to all the graduates and all the honorees that were there, that were able to be a part of this historic moment. And we're going to be doing this more in the future, moving forward. And if you guys are interested in getting accolades with Easy Way Network and to boost your business, to boost the credibility to your business, you can email easywaypromotions@gmail.com. And Mark, you were one of the graduates. You can now call yourself Dr. Marc Beilin, and actually, I'm sorry, Ambassador Dr. Marc Beilin, and Dr. Eastman. There's him right there getting his graduate. There's Ebony. You're tuned in right now. So I just wanted to kind of highlight you guys that are tuned in, and those of you guys that are new, that are coming into the Easy Way Network, coming into the broadcast for the first time. You can download our app at Easy Way Interactive. There's Kate Linder getting hers. Download our app at Easy Way Interactive on Google Play or Apple Store, and you can get more involved with the family. The invite code is Easy Way. Yes, Dad.
That was funny. Kate's friend V said, we were talking in the lounge, said, I got to ask if there's a doctor in the house, if anything ever happened. But, I wanted to also give a little shout out to Denise Estelle. She was down there at the event. She's founded the Honor Thy Father Awards. And Eric, she's at the event. She said, I came down. I had to give you your birthday present because I just can't seem to connect with you. And she gave me a beautiful oven, and one of those, whatever you call it, ovens.
Oh, a toaster oven. That's very nice. Yeah, that's very nice of you, Denise. Thank you for that. And she also honored you as one of the top first awards ever for the Honor Thy Father Awards, which is now that legacy down to all the fathers moving forward. So you started that legacy, just pointing it out. So Mark, there's you, and wanted to make sure we found you and pointing this moment of you getting your doctorates there. And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, again, this is in the app. It's on easywayimages.com, and we do a lot of coverage like this with television and imagery and just ways of how we get stuff out there. And we're going to be doing a lot of events at the Vocal Laguna Hills in Orange County, Los Angeles, and in San Diego, a big building that's about 125,000 square feet. But you guys get the idea. So wanted to just point that out and appreciate all those of you that were able to get that wonderful accolade. And Dr. Stan, definitely a big shout out to Dr. Stan with the Vision International University and what they're doing. And we're looking forward to working with them in the future.
It was an honor to have my sash put on by Dr. Eric Zuley, who's probably a 2-time doctor by now, maybe 3. And of course, 3D herself, Dante Sears, Dr. Ambassador Dr. Dante Sears.
Well, Dante's a wizard at real estate, and she's also a wizard at health.
She's a 3-time doctor.
And she's a multi-talented lady. She knows the real estate.
Dr. Dante Sears has gotten her triple doctorate. I got my double doctorate. And actually, my dad's gotten his double doctorate, too. He didn't even know about that because he got his first doctorate from the Academy of Wellness, and the second from the Vision International University. So, but we're making a lot of headway, a lot of movement. And Mark, I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about from the day one that we met through Robert Butwin, one of our other members, right? And but we knew of each other online. We knew of each other's accolades and what we were doing. And then recently you signed up, you became a member, and then you moved up in ranks by coming to the VIP party and winning some great opportunities. And now you're a platinum member. And talk about basically what's happened since you signed up from the first beginning silver membership to now platinum membership, and I mean where you're at now.
Yeah, my God, I don't think we have enough time to say, okay, we're not going to sit there and boost Eric's ego because he doesn't need an ego because he doesn't do it for self. Eric doesn't do things because of his ego. Eric doesn't even do things because of his wallet. Eric does things because it's God's will. Eric does things directly from his heart. All right, literally. I mean, I had in the past, I had so many people just ask me for money, ask for money, ask the Jewish kid for money, and so that's what it was. And then I met Eric. Robert Butwin introduced me. And I was actually in Indonesia. My kid was part of a royal wedding out in Lombok Island. And I was talking to Eric at 4 o'clock in the morning Indonesian time. And we spent 4 weeks on the phone talking to each other. And he told me about the Easy Way membership and stuff like that. Was $100 just to start, but the funny thing was, by the end of the 4 weeks, after we talked and talked and talked, I had to tell him, Eric, can I finally pay? Literally, can I finally pay? So I literally gave him my credit card over the phone and I paid the $100. But literally, that's almost the last money I gave to Eric, because I'm crazy enough and lucky enough. And I'm not the person that usually wins. Trust me when I tell you guys, I don't win. I don't gamble that much. I don't go to casinos that much because I usually don't win. But I went to Easy Way Pitch Party for the first time. And it was my first time ever, and I went. And they spin this wheel. Mona spins this amazing wheel. There's about 40 or 50 people or more in the room. And, the odds are 50 to 1, and so they spun the wheel and lo and behold, I won a $12,000 package. And I'm like, what do I don't even know what I won. It took me weeks to find out what I won because I didn't even know what I won because it was my first time. I didn't even know I didn't know that much about the Easy Way family at the time. I just knew Eric, and now of course I know a lot, I still don't know everything because there's so much. And then I came back and then Eric said, Eric, what's the most people you ever had at a pitch party? He goes, what's the most people, not at the pitch party, but what's the most people that brought in the most members? And that's my legend. I did it for a bunch of other organizations that didn't appreciate it. And Eric said the record was 19. I said, nah, that's nothing. So the next week I showed up with 30 people inside the Easy Way pitch party. Okay. Wow. And he's like, well, Mark, guess what? You're now now you're like part of the membership crew, so he made me that. Okay. And then lo and behold, he spins the wheel again. And here it is. Guess what? I win gold membership. And gold membership is around $200 a month. And so I was paying $100 and now I just won another, I upgraded for free. Now I'm not going to say that's going to happen to everybody, it's not, the odds are 50 to 1 every single time it happens, but guess what? It won. And I tripped out. I'm like, oh my God, now what did I win? I still don't even know what I won, because it's so much. And then 2 weeks later, I went back again. And guess what?
No way.
I won platinum. 2 weeks later, I won platinum membership, which is $500 a month. And I'm telling you right now, guys, he said, Mark, in over 1,000 pitch parties and 1,000 events that we've had and spun this wheel so many times, no one's ever done this. Now, let me tell you, it's not luck. It isn't luck. It's not even skill. It's about being with the right people. It's about being part of the Easy Way family. It's God's will. God wanted me to be top of the pyramid. He wanted me to be, and that's a bad saying, but he wanted me top of the heap, like Frank Sinatra sings, top of the heap, number one. He wanted me to get every bit of the Easy Way family I could possibly get. That's why I won. I didn't win because of luck. I didn't win because of anything. I didn't win because someone put their finger on the wheel. I won because God said, Mark, you're in the right family. You're in the right place. This is where you belong. 2.5 years, I saw you suffer. I saw the pain. I saw you lose money. I saw people, do you wrong. I saw so many people just not be good people, and the other side of it, the red side of it, not the gold side of it. And Eric is the gold side. That's when I was talking to Eric one day on the phone, he said, Mark, it's God's will that we're put together. And, being a Jewish kid, I said, I've heard that before, but with him, I felt it was sincere. And then a young lady called up, her name was Maureen Cooper, and she got on the phone and said, you know what, Mark, I told the story a lot because I'm so proud of it. And then Maureen got on the phone and says, Mark, it's God's will that our families are together. She met the Holyfield Cooper family along with the Beilin family, with my wife going through what she was going through. And she's like, and then I said, is it okay if I bring Eric into this phone call? Because there was some stuff, whatever, past is past. But, stuff happens. But Eric is a good person. So what happened? I said, can I bring Eric into this phone call? And she said, yes, you can, Mark. And 3 hours later, it was born. It was on the Mark TV, Easy Way TV, and iVod Easy Way. And it was all born that day. It was born that day on that phone. 3 hours later, we just kept talking. And then a couple of weeks later, like a week later, I introduced Anthony Sardelli from Nonprofit TV that I met through Kurt Roscoff, another beacon of my light in my life. And he said, and then it was the Four Horsemen. You heard of the Four Horsemen during the war, you heard of Four Horsemen, the wrestlers, and we were the Four Horsemen of television. And so this is a family, and now once you're part of the Easy Way family, and like, Don Corleone said, never go outside the family, but, this is the family you want to be part of. This is more than blood. This is more than life. It's gold. And it's a God's will, you know, so this is
And
what it's supposed to be.
I've always shared with Eric, you have to have hard work, determination, drive, and resilience. But without faith, morals, and ethics, it's a waste of time.
Amen, brother.
That's how we roll. You know?
And
Yeah, dear Lord.
I don't know what I don't know how to tell you this, but you know what? There's two very, very, very good men in this room right now with me, you know, this virtual room. And James is 10 years older than me, and Eric is 20 years older than me. But it's not about the age gap. It's the way we think. It's our mindsets, the abundance of the mindset of abundance. It's about not only helping ourselves, but helping each other. Not once did these three people ever talk about money. We've never talked about money, never. Like I told you, I had to ask Eric to pay him the $100. It's not about money, guys. It's not. We're going to make you money, lots and lots and lots of money, but it's not about the money. If you don't fit in, if you don't have the same mindset of abundance, if you don't have the same mindset of God's love, if you don't have that mindset, I don't care how much money you bring. It don't matter to us. You know, you got to have the mindset and be part of this family, or else.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm not going to apologize, but you just don't belong.
I'm gonna just
say
acknowledge
on the
it. Thank you so much for the
Mark,
kind words,
because
Mark.
you're
I'm
on the
just gonna
mark.
acknowledge a
What
couple
you just
people that are commenting, that are engaging with us here today. Laura's someone new. Welcome, Laura S. Johnson from Puerto Rico. And Matt J. Doyle, thank you so much for joining, one of our trainers and membership directors. And Ebony Baker is so loyal and supportive, as well as the Live Your Life Ministry. Go Time Apparel, which is one
Love
of
you,
our
EB.
sponsors. Appreciate all you guys. And Dad, I'm gonna let you take it with Mark. Mark, it's always a pleasure. I have to get on another call here, but I wanted to just say I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and make sure you stay tuned to Easy Way News. There's some really, really incredible stuff coming out that's going to help you and your business on another level. Follow us on Instagram, Easy Way Family. And I love this comment. I just want to highlight this. Easy way for life, baby. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
How much time we got, Eric?
For life.
4 minutes.
Easy way for life.
So, Mark, that's what it's all about. You know, like when you really have that mindset, and I call it heartfelt, because
Amen.
You go to the table, you go to the meeting, and you start talking about some big stuff. You might as well bring a napkin with you sometimes, because you got to wipe the drool off some of the chins because they're thinking of the money.
Yeah, but you know what, James, I've had the fortunate and unfortunate pleasure of being in many networking groups. I went to over 1,000 networking events, and with different groups, and a lot of people said they're heart centered. A lot of people said they're like-minded. A lot of people said they had abundance mindset. But you know what? They didn't. They didn't. They just didn't. They may believe they did, but they didn't. They said that so they could get the only reason they said that is so they could get paid membership fees.
There you go. Yeah,
they wanted to collect their membership fees. They just wanted to collect and build their bank account. But you know what? They didn't give back. You know,
that's what it's all about. You gotta have a little bit of both ways there. I mean, if somebody
one guy tried. He made me a 3-time international best-selling author. One gentleman tried. His name was Robert Jones. I'll say his name. He tried very hard to do the right thing. He made me a 3-time international best-selling author. But the problem when you join these gigantic networks, and here's the problem: when you join these gigantic networks, anytime you become successful, anytime the owners or the people that run the facilitators run the organizations, and you start to do better than other people, and they start to talk about you, like everybody says, "Why don't you promote me like Marc Beilin? Why don't you promote me like Marc Beilin?" Yeah. And then the others get jealous and they get mad, and then start talking bad about you behind your back. And eventually you get kicked, and eventually you leave the organization and go, you know what? But the one thing about this Easy Way family, no one makes a comment. You're too fat. You're too this. You're too that. No one makes any comments. All they do is support you.
No, it's
There's no negativity in the Easy Way family, and that's the best part.
No, it's the relationships, and when the years go by and the smoke clears, it's better to have 1 or 2 good acquaintances, or good people, than 1,000 acquaintances.
Well,
and that's what it's all about. At the end, they asked people that were, as far as what you put together, they asked these people that were very wealthy and they're staying in these senior homes that are like $50,000 a month or more, and their fortunes has been removed by now because they're in their late 90s, and they asked them, what's on your mind? And a lot of them said a great anguish, because everything they had has been transferred away to the family members, because, like I said, too old. And they said anguish because they didn't spend more time with people that were important in their life, family members, helping people that they could have helped, and it's too late now, you know, and you got that regret.
That's because everybody was judged by their bank account, not by their morals.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
Everybody always looked up to people that were rich, and not because they were good people. And that's the problem with our generation. You know, we always worshipped these people that, you know, were rich. You know, all kinds of people out there, you know, from different ways of life, and we worship the rich. And I'm not saying that it's a great thing to be successful. It's a great thing to be rich. But if you're not giving back, what's the point? How much money do you need? How much money do you really need?
Exactly, Mark. I believe there's a big word that's going to be presented to us someday, and it's going to be accountability. Hey, I gave you a life. What did you do with it? You know, accountability. Well, I gave this guy $1. You know, you think, well, you can't even go to the Dollar Tree with that anymore.
There is no Dollar Tree. The dollar stores are closed. There is no Dollar Tree. There's no dollar stores anymore. Everything that was $1 is now $1.29 or $1.99 because there's no such thing as a dollar. Candy bars, a Snickers bar is $1.99. A Snickers bar. They used to be 15 cents, for Christ's sake.
It's changing fast. But Mark, we want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to do
thank you. It's an honor.
Thing about
privilege.
BBC here, and we're going to be touching base soon and talking about a lot of stuff. Because
anything I can do for a veteran, anything I can do for that charity, just ask. I'm at your disposal anytime, any place, brother.
And I want to start seeing if you're keeping up with this Glock stuff that's coming up. They said it's going to be here about 2035, and now Musk said it should be here by December. And
that's Glock.
Glock.
G-R-O-K, Grok.
Yeah, Grok. Yeah.
Not Glock, buddy. That's a side dish.
Okay. But, you know.
It's just like Gronk for the Patriots, except there's no N, so it's G-R-O-K.
G-R-O-K. This is going to be another game changer, I guess.
And it's already out. It's already out.
Thank you, Mark, for popping on and do a little drop for BBC. And we got to roll right over time now. So, guys, BBC, every 1,000 kids I test, 25% of them have some kind of eye issues that have to be followed up with. I upgraded the cameras to the best of the best that I could find and did a lot of research. So we got these very high-tech cameras now, and we're going to be getting more because with every 4 or 5 cameras we can test 400 to 600 kids a day or more. That's what it's all about with BBC is Eric bringing the awareness to the testing and following through with the testing to cover the country. We're gonna get this in every state. You know, my little meter camera, I call it. It's a little computer. Holds up to 1 million database. I want to fill that and get about 20 more cameras. But with that, I think it's time to go. I don't know how we're going to shut down here, but for Radio Boomers Live Monday morning, don't forget our Thursday. We're going to be having our pitch party. I think it's this Thursday. But for now, till next Monday, keep moving, keep the faith, and Radio Boomers Live is signing out.
Better Vision for Children, or BVC, is on a mission to protect what matters most: the gift of sight. Every year, thousands of children and teens go undiagnosed with vision problems that can lead to struggles in school, low self-esteem, or even permanent loss of eyesight. But with early eye screenings, we can change their future. Imagine a child who can't see the board in class, or a teen who feels left behind, when all it would take is a simple screening to put them on a path to clarity, confidence, and opportunity. Tonight, your support means more than just a donation. It means a child gets to read their first book clearly, play without barriers, and see the world with hope. Together, we can prevent vision loss before it's too late. Let's give these children the brighter future they deserve.
Spark with an easy way, family making our mark with connections and trust. Our bond is tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the easy way, first ride in our hands, building dreams together.
You're watching Easy Way TV, powered by EasyWayNetwork.com.